everybody, it's Deanna, doTERRA Blue Diamond, and I'm here with your oil a day. And normally we talk about an oil since it's called oil a day, but where I have been for the last 2 days is I've been in Nashville, Tennessee at the Aromatouch instructor training. And if you're not familiar with the Aromatouch technique, it is a really amazing essential oil application that basically provides the body with what it needs so that it can naturally heal itself, which is what it's designed to do. It really has amazing capabilities to do that on its own if you give it the right things. And I can think of no better tool than the Aromatouch technique. And basically, I mean, I've been doing them and giving them for years, and I've seen some pretty amazing things happen. But it was great to learn directly from the creator and kind of fine-tune some of the things that I may have been doing slightly wrong, or just needed to kind of tighten up some things, because in order to get the kind of outcome that you're looking for, you really want to stick to it exactly as it is. Use the exact oils, do things with the correct rhythm. And I just learned so much just talking to Dr. Hill. He shared a lot of information. As the creator of something, you're always going to, they're always going to be able to give you more details about why things are the way they are. So we really went deeper into the blends and the single oils that are used in the technique and talked about why they were specifically chosen for the technique. One of the things that was really good for me to hear him say directly was talking about dilution. And I have actually heard him speak pretty in depth about this a couple of years ago at an event in Melbourne, Florida, and I've been teaching what he shared, but I keep hearing a lot of different things out there, so it was really good to hear him say it again. And that is that, of course I can't say it as eloquently as him, but basically he is kind of reinforcing what I've been teaching our team for the last couple of years, is that dilution is not where you get safety. We don't dilute for safety. We use less oil for safety. We use less drops. We don't dilute, because dilution is designed for to be used, you know, if an oil is hot. And he said that if it's like, if you want to dilute for whatever reason, that if it's an oil that's neat, then you only need to dilute 1 to 1. So like 1 drop of fractionated coconut oil per 1 drop of essential oil. And then if you're talking about an oil that's sensitive, then it's 2 to 1. And he said that that was plenty. And so the reason why is there's a lot of information floating around out there in the essential oil world about dilution and how it should be like 30 milliliters of coconut oil per drop of essential oil. And I've always thought that was really funny. I've seen that when it's talking about using oils on pets and babies and children. And I mean, if you like were to basically it would be like, you know, the size of one of our bottles of essential oil, it would be like 2 of those with only 1 drop of essential oil in it. Like, what would you do with all that coconut oil? Where would you rub it? Where would you put it? And so, I mean, it really cuts down on the amount of essential oil you're getting. So if you're trying to dilute for safety reasons, there's really no reason to do that. What you want to do is just use less oil. And that's how I've always discussed it, is like smaller human, less oil, not more dilution. Dilution has nothing to do with safety unless you're doing one of those sensitive oils, and then you only need to do like 2 drops of coconut oil per drop of essential oil. So one of the reasons why you really don't want to use very much coconut oil, you only want to use it if it's absolutely necessary during the Aromatouch technique, is because we're really trying to activate the whole body, and we've divided the back up into zones of the body, and those zones cover like all the areas of the body, all of your organs, all of your body systems, like your endocrine system, and all of that is covered in those 5 zones of the back. And then we do the bottoms of the feet, and we give you like, we kind of pinpoint pressure, and then that also affects the entire body in the feet. And so, I was saying something, why was I bringing that up?
Trying to get it down to 1 level, not the tissue. You just said.
Oh, thank you, John. I lost my train of thought. So basically what I'm trying to say is, because we're trying to influence the whole body, we don't want to keep the essential oil just in the outer layers of tissue. And when you use coconut oil, that's what you're doing. You're keeping the oil more in those outer top layers of tissue. So if you're doing something like treating lines in your face, then you would want to use coconut oil, because you want to keep that oil working and breaking down and metabolizing right in those top surfaces of your skin, so you can see the effects on the outer layers of your skin. But if you're dealing with like systemic things and like systems in the body, you don't want to use coconut oil unless your skin is really, really dry and you can't get your hands to move across it, or unless you just are using an oil and suddenly, oh, it's burning or it's causing some redness, then you want to use a little coconut oil for that reason. But to use coconut oil for the sake of coconut oil is really defeating your purpose. And so again, I reiterate that dilution is not for safety, with the exception of using twice the amount of coconut oil per essential oil when you're using a hot oil. There's no reason to use a carrier oil. So when people are constantly telling you dilute, make sure you dilute your oils, they just have, I think, a misunderstanding of how essential oils actually work, and how we control safety is through the dosage or number of drops that we use. So that was like one of my biggest takeaways. There's a ton, and I'm going to be sharing more of my notes and more of my photos and stuff in our secret Facebook group, so you can read more. But I look forward to coming to your city and teaching you more about the science and the technique of the Aromatouch. And if you do live near me, I plan to contact you to make sure you've received one, because it's very important, and it's the best way that I can think of to introduce someone to doTERRA essential oils. I hope you've learned something, and if you have any great Aromatouch experiences, I'd love to share them. I'd love to see you share them below. Please share our video. And we're back here on weekdays, 1 p.m. Eastern time for an oil a day, and then on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern for a 30-minute essential oil class called Essential Oils Are Not Magic Beans. Have a wonderful day and shine on.